What's up, gamers? Welcome back to Gamer Nation here on Smosh Games, where we're talking about our favorite game developers and which ones have really hurt us over time. And yes, this is JesV. You recognize it. We loved her that much. We had to have her back.
Hi guys.
So you guys
Thanks
are welcome
for bringing
that
me
one.
back. Thank you. It's good to be
That
here.
was a little creepy what you said, but
That's,
you guys are welcome
I'm
for that
used
one.
to
You are
it.
You're
It's
totally
fine.
welcome.
It's all for you guys
I
now.
gotta thank JesV for dropping that restraining order against Joe and
Yeah.
coming back to the show.
Yeah, it's nice
Very,
of her.
very much appreciated.
It's
So
anytime.
game developers, you love them, you hate them, they give you the best games of your life. Let's kind of talk about those
They
guys
give
for a
you the
second.
best games of your. That's an interesting blanket statement. Game developers, we give you the best games of your life.
Yeah.
Give them the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Very
Laser
big.
Corn, talk to us about your favorite, the ones you hate.
You gotta love Valve. For starters, they made one of Sohinki's favorite games, Dota 2,
Yes.
the game you can't stop talking about. They also made the Half-Life games, Counter-Strike. They don't make bad games. I
Yeah.
challenge you, nay, defy you to name a bad Blizzard game. Or not Blizzard, Valve. Blizzard's my next one. Blizzard's the other one I wanted to talk about. And Blizzard made World of Warcraft, they made StarCraft, they made Diablo. They made all the good games too. And yeah, those two really don't let me down, I feel like. And Warcraft 1 and 2, or Warcraft 2 and 3, I should say, were very good. I didn't really play Warcraft 1 that much. It was kind of a precursor. I really got into it in Warcraft 2. But those are some of the best game developers I know of. And I also want to, before we move on, just take a minute to mention the worst game developer ever, Zynga, maker of Farmville. Stop doing what you're doing, sir. If you're out there watching, just stop. Just stop doing it.
That's
All
good.
right, let's move on.
Yeah, I gotta second both of those. Blizzard and Valve, I really can't think of a bad game that either of them have made. People have maybe been disappointed by some things, you know, expansions and whatnot, but they've been great. And they always have like really great developer tools as well for community members to build maps or to build mods or whatever it is. So both of those companies are top notch. I think you also gotta mention Rockstar. Rockstar makes some of the greatest games that everyone sort of universally loves. You got GTA, you got Red Dead, you got my favorite series from them, Max Payne. Absolutely love those games. Everyone's excited for GTA 5, so yeah, Rockstar is sort of another one of those developers that can do no wrong, as far as I'm
They're
concerned.
kind of rock stars in the game.
See what you did there. I'm gonna go ahead. I don't know who developed it, but I gotta say, whoever made Bejeweled, stop that.
PopCap.
That's another PopCap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stop too.
No, PopCat's
Zynga
amazing.
and
They can
PopCap.
Plants vs. Zombies.
It doesn't matter.
You can't just say casual
No,
game
no.
companies need to stop making
No,
casual
they need to
games.
stop.
There are great
Stop
casual
making
games.
Bejeweled.
There are. I agree with
Bejeweled's
Joe
fantastic.
Stop making
It is
Bejeweled. Stop making
fantastic.
Farmville.
God, it was
What?
fantastic.
What's
it.
wrong with Bejeweled? It's
Stop it.
like,
It's the best.
Are you
You
mad
don't
because
compare
it's getting more
Bejeweled
attention
to
than
Farmville.
Tetris?
Yeah.
Farmville's on
You know what?
another level of terrible.
No, they need to add.
Farmville is a stupid farm social simulator.
Yeah,
They need
it's
to
not a
add-
game.
Not only simulating farming and internet friend contact making, two of the worst things ever, they mixed those together and they turned it into a game somehow.
They need to add
Bejeweled was at least a
No.
puzzle game.
You know what would fix? You know what would fix your Farmville problem is if you could add PvP and you could like send your
Destroy
Farmville to
farm.
attack the other Farmville.
Burn their crops.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dang, if you want to make that game, we'd all be for that one.
Yeah.
But
No, Zynga, just stop. Don't make anything. I'm sure they'd find a way to ruin it.
casual
You
games
just
are
have
games too.
cows like attacking with, and like you come in with your pitchforks and you kill the farm people and it'd be great.
On that note, JesV, what are some
I
of your
am
favorite game developers?
I'm gonna go with id Software.
Yes. Oh,
Pioneers of the video game industry, I feel like. A lot of the games and engines that we know of today were based off of id's engines. For example, Infinity Ward's Call of Duty was based off of id Tech 3 from id.
Yep.
The Source engine was actually based off the Quake 1 engine. And so
Word.
I feel like first-person shooters would not be what they are today if it weren't for John Carmack. And just look at Infinity Ward and Valve.
I love it when
They-
JesV comes in and just starts dropping gaming knowledge.
JesV speaks the truth.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's so
so-
good.
And it's Doom's birthday. 19th birthday. Happy birthday, Doom.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
19 years.
Yeah, that's
19
good.
years.
They
And it's a
made-
game we all grew up with. We all played this. We're all
Yep.
in that age
It
demographic.
made Quake. God.
Quake.
That
They
series
made
is so good.
Wolfenstein. They made Doom.
Who did Unreal?
Epic.
Epic did Unreal.
Yeah.
Good for them too.
Yeah.
Epic's
They're
another
the
one. You
new
could talk
id,
about
I feel
Epic
like.
too. Gears
Yeah.
of War, Unreal. Come on.
Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm.
I loved
One of your
Bulletstorm. I
favorite
thought that was
games.
great.
That's
Curious to
true.
know what's going to happen with Epic
Oh,
now that they
yeah.
lost Belinsky, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Wait, Bulletstorm was People Can Fly, though. right?
Oh yes,
And then
you're
it was
correct.
published by
Right.
Epic,
Yeah.
yes. And now Gears of War Judgment will also be People Can Fly.
That's
so
excellent.
expecting some
Yeah,
nice
they're-
things
those
from
guys
that
are
game.
awesome. People Can Fly, I'm adding to my list because I really love Bulletstorm, and I can't wait to see what they do with Judgment.
Yeah, yeah.
For my games, I'm actually going to take it a step back. I'm going to say that they don't exist anymore, but Rare was like my favorite game developer. Like the Super Nintendo era was like my era of gaming. Like I spent way too much lunch money on like Super Nintendo games, and like anytime there was a Rare game, I knew I was going to love it. And when they went down, I was so devastated. Like as a gamer, I'm like, no more good Donkey Kong games. Like Nintendo always had Donkey Kong, but Rare made Donkey Kong Country, and it was amazing.
It
GoldenEye came from Rare, so that was
good.
fantastic. And Killer Instinct. Like, how different would gaming be today if Rare was still around? So that's kind of where I stand on that. And I know this one's not really my favorite, but like I loved Square. Square was fantastic back in the day.
Yeah.
And then they went into Square Enix. Square Enix, Enix.
I say Enix.
Enix makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Square
And
Enix.
that's actually one of those developers that kind of like with time just evolve into this different entity.
Yeah.
And like I used to love their role-playing games. Now their role-playing games, not a big fan of, but they do make good games. Like Square Enix gave us Hitman. Hitman was a lot of fun.
And they made Deus Ex Human Revolution, which was
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
I loved that game.
They make good games,
I
just
think
their
Jovin's main
role-playing.
point
And
is
Sleeping
while they
Dogs.
bring us good games, they also brought us Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Me
I'm
and
getting
Jovin
to.
just hate when
Right,
the player
right. But
No.
does one game like that really
no, it doesn't.
poo-poo
It doesn't.
the
It
entire
doesn't ruin.
developer?
No, Square is still good.
Yeah.
That's a good point by JesV.
Yeah.
Just because you had one miss doesn't
Right.
mean.
Well, 13 too. That was another miss.
Yeah. They continued missing.
Well, that's our
They just
opinion
come out like
on-
13-3, 13-4. We're gonna get right one of these times. 13-5. Come on, please, guys. Like our game.
Nothing says
By this-
final like Final Fantasy 13 too.
That's good.
Oh, that's
Can we add a
about
laugh track to that one? Just like, that's great.
So
we
those
should
are-
probably check in with Ian and Anthony, no? See what game developers they
We
like.
need a little bit more of an epic introduction, right? You
Yeah,
need to,
you
like,
can take that a step
Ian
up.
and Anthony.
Can we do
you
it back
need to
from-
get-
Now I think it's time we check with Ian and Anthony.
You knocked over
Killed over
Dante.
Dante!
via a machine
Oh!
so advanced that it does stuff. The Smosh Bot.
All right, we get a moment to talk. Best game developers. I have to agree with Jovin on this one. Rare. What happened, Rare? I love you.
GoldenEye,
There was
Perfect Dark.
N64, there was their heyday. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Killer Instinct. So
Do
many
they also
good.
do they also do Time Splitters?
No.
No. All right, never mind.
It was awesome. Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite. They also did Diddy Kong Racing, which I loved. I want more Banjo. The new Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts that came out for Xbox, I bought it and I was like, this is gonna be freaking awesome.
It-
fucking hated it.
It was not Banjo-Kazooie.
It was Banjo-Kazooie. It was. They should have just named it Nuts and Bolts with a little bit of Banjo and Kazooie because it just sucked ass. It sucked nuts and it sucked bolts. I instead of playing that game because I only played for like 2 hours, I was like, this sucks. I took the downloadable content thing that they had and instead loaded the N64 version of the original game with HD graphics and just played through that entire thing. So the purchase wasn't exactly a
A
complete
total waste.
failure.
Yeah, that's good. I think we could all agree that one of the best developers obviously is Rockstar, because I mean, think about it. This generation, they have not made that I know of. They haven't made a single bad game. Let's see. So they made Grand Theft Auto 4, L.A. Noire, Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3.
Fully.
That wasn't for this
Oh,
generation.
that was last generation.
Yeah,
right.
but all those are amazing games.
And they're super deep, like really, really deep games that took a lot of time to make. It wasn't like, oh, I have a good idea, let's just go do it real quick so
Yeah.
we can work on the next game. Those took some time. I'm really impressed with them and their quality.
Yeah, it's like quality stuff, and like their writing is usually like way better than like a lot of the other video games where they're just like, you gotta you just save this girl because she's hot and
Hey, I would do that.
And,
Wouldn't you do that? Wouldn't you save a girl just because she was hot?
yeah. Well, I mean that's kind of how Max Payne 3. Max Payne 3 is a little no, not really, but. Yeah, just a lot of their stuff's just like they are more. I don't know. It's awesome.
They're just good.
Yeah, it's just f***ing awesome. So, Rockstar, you guys are awesome.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I especially agree with the point about Rockstar. Game developers that take time, you always see the quality come out. Valve is sort of notorious for not meeting the deadlines that they set for themselves, but their
Right.
games are always good after they come out.
Unless it's
Yeah.
Duke Nukem.
Yeah, that's
Like you said, everyone gets that one
And
miss.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
there's that whole thing of like the game's in development hell forever and then it doesn't
Right.
come out right. But you know,
Well, so that's all of our opinions, but now it's time to go to your opinions, our actual Gamer Nation. And today we're actually pulling from @BigHammer says, any indie developer, frankly bringing new ideas without big budgets is inspiring and enjoyed by almost any gamer out there.
True.
Now, yes, that's you are right. Like if you're gonna take the time to put out an indie game, and like there's some great hits, but also there's some really bad indie games
yeah,
too.
I'm gonna have to agree with you there.
Yeah. Kudos to any indie gamer who tries to get into that market though, because you're taking a huge risk just going at it alone. You know
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
probably
dump,
money out of your own pocket
yeah,
as well.
You're dumping
that
a ton
kind
of
thing.
time into making this game that you don't know if it's gonna be a hit or not. So kudos to even Minecraft, which there's a lot of mixed feelings over here at Smosh Games on Minecraft. But you gotta give respect to Notch for developing this whole game and this whole world and having it blow up like that just from one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And if
right.
you guys want to find more like awesome indie games, you can check out Mari's show on Mondays, which actually goes into like XBLA and like finds all the best indie games for you guys to see. Oh, hey, this is one you should be
Best
playing.
or worst.
Yeah,
you know.
sometimes worse. Next up, we have Victoman Horde saying Activision
Nice name.
or BioWare. Now, Activision, they put out some great titles. Like they've been around for a long time and have done some great stuff. And of course, BioWare is always going to be near and dear to my heart. It's one of my favorite
Yeah.
developers in the more recent future.
Yeah.
So, Dragon Age 2, Mass Effect 3, they've had their issues, but
Right.
overall, like,
There were still a lot of people who loved Mass Effect 3,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
though
It was fantastic.
It wasn't
I didn't-
2 or 1 quality, or not
See, the thing,
quality.
I
but-
didn't like Mass Effect all that much. I thought Mass Effect 3 is my favorite one of the three. So,
That's an
there you
interesting way to
go.
look at it.
I go in order of 2, 1, 3.
Mm.
2 is my favorite, then 1, then 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Also, the passcode to her luggage, 213.
Yeah.
213.
Put your hands on JesV's.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So guys, that's it for us this time here on Gamer Nation. But before we go, I actually want to give you the opportunity, yes, you the opportunity to be on this show. You can be on Gamer Nation.
What?
Yes,
should
we actually do
clarify.
have a contest going through Blayze. So if you go into the description below, click on that, and you sign up with Blayze, and you share this episode through Blayze and our channel there, you actually, anytime you share, and one of your friends actually watches Gamer Nation because of it, you will be put into a raffle to wind up on Gamer Nation.
Now, when you say on Gamer Nation, what do you mean by that?
Through Smosh Bot Technologies, and we'll contact you on how that's possible. Smosh Bot, we love Smosh Bot, right? Maybe a little bit, but
Yeah.
he will get you here on Gamer Nation. And also, 25 runner-ups will actually get picked for Smosh Games t-shirts, which we
Oh,
now have
right.
coming
That's
up,
cool.
so that's pretty
How
cool.
come I don't have one of those?
Yeah, I need a
How come
Smosh
I don't
Games
have one of those? I
t-shirt.
don't have one of those either. Oh my gosh.
Who is
Also,
running the Smosh Games t-shirt industry?
Yeah.
we'll maybe get you guys some shirts. But also, as a big apology, this is only for our U.S. residents. So
Sad face.
please share the video anyways for all of our fans overseas, and that's all exciting. The more you get to
They're
watch it,
just
blah,
like,
blah, blah, blah.
F
Guys, hey, that's Gamer Nation for you this week. Keep it locked right here at Smosh Games for more gaming entertainment.
Don't throw the
greatness.
card!
I'm throwing
Don't
the
throw
card!
it! No!
Yes!